Good morning, students. I am Lakshmi Mari. I am taking 4th standard science subject. Today's our second topic is adaptation in plants. In previous class, you have learned about the terrestrial plants and adaptation of plants growing in desert. Now, in this class, you have learned about the adaptation of plants growing on mountains and hills, adaptation of plants growing in coastal regions. So, let's learn about the adaptation of plants growing on mountains and hills. Mountain and hill tops receive a lot of sunshine and rainfall. Some also receive a good amount of snowfall. So the trees growing on mountains have sloping branches. The leaves are thin and needle-like to prevent the snow from resting on them. The trees are evergreen and do not shed all their leaves at once. So they are green at all times of the year. Pine and fir trees are commonly found in such regions. Some plants have adaptation that help them survive. Plants in the far north or high on mountains grow close to the ground as protective from the wind. Desert plants grow far apart so that they can get water and nutrients from a larger area. The sharp spines of a cacti keep animals from eating it. Pine and fir trees are commonly found in such regions. See students, this is a picture of pine tree and this is a fir tree. Next, adaptation of plants growing in coastal regions. The coastal regions generally receive a lot of rainfall along with strong winds and a lot of sunshine. The soil is sandy and the air is humid throughout the year. Coconut palm that grow in coastal regions have several features that help them survive in the habitat. The leaves are elongated and divided into thin strips to withstand the strong winds. Coastal plants are adapted to this harsh coastal environment in a variety of ways, but all are adapted to wind pruning, surviving some very strong winds. The roots are long and strong to help the plants hold on firmly to the sandy soil. The stem and branches are strong but flexible to tolerate the strong winds. The upper surface of the leaves is shiny to reflect the sunlight falling on them. The shiny surface also protects the leaves from the excess moisture in the air. Some very strong winds. Some plants have scales on their leaves and stems which also reduce the loss of water vapor from the plant. The fruits are large and hollow from inside. The air inside the fruit helps it to float on the water and reach the shore easily. Coconut trees grow well in all coastal regions of the world. Where the temperatures are warm, coconut trees generally grows in the slightly saline water. Coconut require the hot and wet climate, hence it is grown in coastal regions. See students, coconut palms. Next, learn about the adaptation of plants in marshy areas. Marshy areas are places where the land is mostly covered with water. The soil is sticky with very little air. Plants that grow in such areas are called mangroves. As there is very little air in the soil, the roots of the plants grow above the ground to take in air from the atmosphere. See here students, this is a picture of roots of mangroves grow above the ground. Wetland plants are plants that have developed special adaptations that allow them to live in the water. Some adaptations that help the plants deal with low oxygen and changing water levels are elongated stems, shallow roots and adventitious roots. Next, aquatic plants. Plants that grow in water bodies such as lakes, ponds, rivers and oceans are called aquatic plants. Aquatic plants require special adaptations for living submerged in water or at the water's surface. Some adaptations of aquatic plants. Aquatic plants such as lotus and water lily are fixed to the bottom of the water body. Their leaves are free floating on the surface of water. They have hollow stems filled with the air. This makes the plant body light and helps the leaves to float on the surface of water. The leaves are flat and broad so that they can absorb the maximum amount of sunlight. Plants that grow completely submerged below the surface of water have thin and long, ribbon-like leaves that help them tolerate the strong water currents. Hydrilla is an underwater plant. Aquatic plants require special adaptations for living submerged in water or at the water's surface. The most common adaptation is the presence of lightweight internal packing cells, but floating leaves and finely dissected leaves are also common. Some aquatic plants have developed air roots along their stems for respiration in water. See here students, this is a picture of ribbon-like leaves of hydrilla. Quick check. Identify the plants from its features. First one is a plant with fleshy stems. Second one is a plant that has shiny elongated leaves. Third, a plant having hollow stems and broad leaves. And fourth one is an underwater plant. Identify the plants from its features. Write in your science classwork book and send on the WhatsApp. Now let's learn about the new words. First one is habitat. H-A-B-I-T-A-T. Habitat. Meaning of habitat: the natural surroundings of a living organism. The natural surroundings of a living organism. Next, adaptations. The special body features that help an organism survive in its habitat. Next, terrestrial plants. Meaning of terrestrial plants: the plants that grow on land. The plants that grow on land. Next, aquatic plants. Meaning of aquatic plants: the plants that grow in water. the plants that grow in water. Next, mangrove, meaning of mangroves, the plants that grow in marshy areas. The plants that grow in marshy areas. So students, now it's time to take the homework. Write a short note on aquatic plants and write new words from lesson number 2, adaptations in plants. Write a short note on aquatic plants and write new words. Page number 194 from lesson number 2, adaptations in plants, in your science homework book, and send on the WhatsApp. Thank you.